Hey everyone, it's Derek from At the Edge of the Woods, and I thought I'd just take a few minutes and introduce our little baby chickens here that we've got as we get our flocks started. So these little girls here are Lavender Orpington breeds. So they are a bluish silverish color, and they are of the Orpington breed, so they're going to be relatively large, probably somewhere between 7 and 10 pounds, and very docile, very gentle, and relatively good layers, somewhere between 150 and 220 eggs a year ish per bird. And so that's exciting. And then if you're into eating your chickens, they are a dual purpose breed because they're a little bit larger, so they'll be able to be turned into stew or something like that potentially in the future. They make really great pets because they are so docile. Cindy and I had buff Orpingtons when we lived back in the city, and we had a couple that just loved running up and being held, and really acted more like little cats or dogs and just really enjoyed being around us. Orpingtons will live to be somewhere between usually 7 and 10-ish years old. So after they stop laying, they can make a great family pet as well. So we'll see what we got going on as the years go by. But these are our two little girls, and I'm gonna try and get them a little closer to the camera here. So maybe get a little bit of an image here, but we've got this one here her name is Lavender. She's just the smallest one of the bunch. And we can tell her apart from Lilac here because Lilac has a little bit darker beak and is a little bit bigger. But these are our girls, and we're really excited to get them here at the edge of the woods. And so we've just had them for a couple of days, and we've got them in the brooder, keeping them nice and warm, but they do grow really fast, so we wanted to get some shots of them before they got too big. Because like I said, these guys will get to be somewhere between 7 and 10 pounds or so when they're fully grown. And so they're probably just a few days or a week old maybe. So they're just very little, but they do like to perch, and hopefully not going to jump out of my hands here, but you can see she's just sitting on my finger, and their necks get so long. But they're very cute. Yep. So Lavender Orpingtons. First time we've had this breed. We really do like the Orpington breed though, because they are so docile and such good. They're good layers, and they make good pets as well. And so we wanted ones that were going to be relatively easy to handle and be good around the kids. And Orpingtons tend to be a quiet breed as they get older. So, and they're docile and friendly, so they mix well with others. Maybe even a little too friendly, because we did read that sometimes they can be bullied by other more aggressive breeds. So we'll see how that turns out with the other chickens we got. But these are our Lavender Orpingtons. Their chirps are very high pitched, but they're already ready to perch, so I'm gonna have to build them some little perches for their brooder. Hey girls, yeah. So just sitting on my fingers. All right, well, let's get you guys back in the brooder, okay? All right, let's go find your sisters here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's okay. Careful. All right, and these are our Cinnamon Queen chicks. They are a little bit older. They're a little bit more rambunctious. They're maybe, instead of being just a few days old, they're maybe a week or two old. But this one here is Cinnamon, and this one here is Queen. They're Cinnamon Queen breed. So very creative on the names, as you can tell. Hey. But these are a little bit different breed. These are going to be a little bit more active. They're a little bit smaller, so they're not going to get as big. I think they max out somewhere between 5 and 7 pounds, and they're more of a layer specific breed. So these ones will lay probably somewhere between 250 and 300 eggs a year per bird, and so that's a lot of eggs for us, and so we're excited for that. These are also a good family bird. They're mostly docile and mostly quiet, but usually the little bit smaller of the bird, they get a little bit more active and maybe a little bit louder. So we'll see kind of how that goes. We haven't had these kind before. Like I said, when we lived in the city, we had buff Orpingtons, Americanas, and then we raised some black Australorps for a little bit too. So we really did like the buff Orpingtons just based on their size, their friendliness, how docile they were, and then we loved getting the eggs as well. And so, but didn't have any, and we wanted to mix it up. The coop we're getting is medium to large size, so we wanted it to not struggle to fit all the birds inside, and so having a couple medium size and a couple large size will help us make sure that there's plenty of space in the coop itself, and then we'll build a run as well. These guys will probably only live to be about 5 years old instead of 10, like the Orpingtons. They're smaller, and they're a breed really focused on laying eggs. So we'll see exactly how long they are able to keep us company, and then figure out kind of exactly what that means for us in a few years. But we're really excited to get these guys and get them out here, and this one keeps looking at that one. But we'll see how things go out there, and we're excited. Right now all four are brooding together, the Orpingtons and the Cinnamon Queens, and you know, they're just living their best life in the brooder, nice and warm. It's like 80 degrees in there right now, so plus the light, so it's pretty warm. And they've got some food and water, some clean bedding, so we are trying to handle them a little bit more often, just so they get used to being around us. We realized before, when we were raising chickens, that if you handled them more often, then they were more friendly, and if you didn't handle them when they were babies, then they were less likely to be friendly. So hopefully these guys are friendly for us, and we're excited to get them added to our flock and get our flock going again. We knew we wanted to have chickens when we got out here, and we're on that journey now. So, you know, here's our girls, and you know, they're afraid when I move, but it's okay. So, you know, here they are. Again, Queen has got the darker striping, and Cinnamon's got the more blended, lightweight, or light style, but they're ready to get a little bit active here, so we're gonna have to make sure that they have some ability to be active. So anyway, these are the chickens, and oh, you know, they're still getting to know each other a little bit as well. So yeah, make sure they don't jump and hurt themselves. So anyways, they're very fluffy and very soft, and more to come.